It is one of Scotland's top off-road cycling trails, but the mixed surfaces and fickle weather make planning tricky.
These are the tips we'd pass on to you if you're thinking of doing the Loch Ness 360. You know when you've done something, it's usually afterwards you think, right, now I know how to do that. Well, we've made the mistakes so you don't have to. These are the tips that the people we've ridden with and ourselves would like to pass on to you in case you fancy doing the Loch Ness 360.
I've been admiring Simon's mudguards, or I'm not too sure if admiring is the right word, maybe just observing. I'm not convinced they're the best option. They might be. I've chosen not to take any. I feel that especially my back bag, it does stop the mud getting onto my backside, and even the front bag stops a bit of spray. I've never got on well with mudguards. You won't get muddy bags, but yeah.
The reason there are mudguards on there is because there were mudguards on there already and I just left them on. I left them on because it was my winter bike.
So mudguards, not really needed and could get in the way.
So for this ride, I've chosen to ride in trainers, not SBDs. I find doing a lot of walking that my SBDs hurt. Overshoes on gravel biking, because of getting off and going through gates and stuff, to me always rip. So the solution I've got on this ride is I'm wearing underneath my shoes 2 pairs of socks. But in between those socks, I've got a set of old plastic bags, which work really well for windproof and waterproof to a point. The one thing, this inner sock gets really sweaty because it's not breathable, so I need to wash them every night. But other than that, it's been a foolproof system.
My approach is slightly different in that I've gone for the higher tech version of using seal skins, waterproof socks on top of merino socks. But like Sean, I really can't be doing with shoe covers. I think on gravel bikes they just don't work.
I enjoy the challenge of the gravel bike, and I think challenge.
Yeah.
So I think technically it's more challenging. However, comfort-wise, mountain biking, and if you're carrying your luggage, if you're doing it on a bikepacking style trip, mountain bike's definitely comfier.
And the bigger, fatter tyres, good?
Yeah, definitely. I think on the bike I'm riding today's the smaller end, I think I'm on 33mm tyres, and I would not go anything closer to 30 than that. And if you can get closer to 40 or above, yeah, I think that's much more comfortable.
And as I'm discovering, you really need big bite in the back, and I haven't got it.
Definitely, yeah. For some of the climbs as we've experienced, you're really having to shift your weight onto the back tyre, and if there's no bite there, you're off, definitely.
I'm fairly new to running tubeless, and I tend to pump them up a little bit too much, I think, like as if I had tubes in, so I'm going to let some air out, see if I get more grip.
I did this just before the most technical descent on the trail.
Not down yet, but taking the air out of that back tyre made a huge difference. I've been skitering around quite a lot on descent, but on this, I really seem to be gripping and moving better around the corners. Every day's a school day.
This had been 2 separate trails for walkers, one on each side of the loch. Joining them up created this walking, cycling and running trail.
We were very fortunate a few years ago with support from SSE and others. We were able to complete the trail. There was a missing piece between Fort Augustus and Loch Taff that was not completed. So we managed to get that done, and it's a real great accessible piece of trail. When that was completed, we had a trail that went all the way around the loch.
Hey, I really hope you're enjoying this. If you are, it would be great if you'd subscribe and hit the like button. You might even want to check out that join button you'll find below every video. These people have joined the channel. Frankly, I'm very grateful to them for becoming members of the production crew and the adventure crew.
Well, my bike is a lightweight gravel bike. I've got these tyres on it which are G1 Ultra bikes, and for what we did over 3 days, it was good. Tyres particularly were really sticky. I can't remember cycling a set of tyres as sticky as that. I hardly slipped at all. I'm very keen to come back and do it on a hardtail 29er mountain bike, just because it might be a bit more fun. My backside's a bit more uncomfortable than it usually is riding. On a hardtail 29er, I think you could probably give some of the descents that we didn't do a go, and also the ascents, you could also have a go at them. They might tire you a bit, but on my mountain bike I've got 30 gears, I've only got 10 on this. And just that higher gearing, I think it could make the whole thing a bit more comfortable and that bit more enjoyable.
I get what Sean's talking about on a mountain bike, but I was very comfy on this, and I think that might be because I had on fatter tyres and they took out a lot more of the trail buzz. I completely agree with him about the ascents and descents, which would have been faster and probably better, more rideable on a mountain bike. That said, I really do like my gravel bike, and I have a rubbish mountain bike, so this was definitely the bike for me. There's a lot of ride the bike you've got, so that's the one I rode. If all that has been helpful, it'd be fantastic if you would subscribe and hit the like button. Perhaps you'd like to comment if you've got some ideas that would help other people. If you've done this trail, that would be great if you do that, and we will see you again next time. Bye.